So, I'm remaking this video. And the reason why was because I uploaded this same exact video yesterday. And to be honest, it was dog water. I uploaded it because I thought, it'd be kind of funny because Madden and their prediction system of who should be picked, who should not be picked is kind of trash, right? So I thought maybe it'd be a comedy. But you know what? On this channel, we don't do comedy. We do hardcore facts. So I put that video, I put it in a nice little box, little bow on top, took a number 2 on it, and shipped it out to the Cleveland Clownies. So they can have that video, because on this video, we don't do that for the Who Dey Nation. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I've done this exact same video 55 times, because I've looked through so many different draft classes, because I wanted to get the perfect draft class for you guys in this video, and I've looked to like 55 different draft classes. This one seems like it's the best draft class currently. So, we're going to see if that is the case or not. I don't know. We'll see. But also, you can see Cincinnati does have the 29th overall pick. The reason why they have 29th overall pick, Madden doesn't let the whole forfeit system go through. So, I had to trade the Miami Dolphins pick to the Bengals, pick a random 7th round player at the 21st overall spot, and then kind of go through with normal stuff. So, instead of it being 31 picks, it's 32 picks because it's Madden. Hopefully that made sense. Let's look at some players they could go with at the 28th overall pick. Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson. One of the most electrifying running backs in pretty much the last 10, 20 years of football. This man is an absolute monster. He is the best running back prospect we have seen since Saquon Barkley, and he is just an absolute crazy man, myth, legend. Now, obviously, it's him and Gibbs as 1A, 1B. In this Madden draft, they actually took Gibbs over Bijan Robinson, which I really doubt that will ever happen in a million years. But you know what? I'm going to try to keep it as realistic as possible for the Cincinnati Bengals picks. So he is an option for Cincy at this pick. Next guy who's an option, Michael Mayer, Darnell Washington, and Dalton Kincaid. All 3 tight ends are on the board here. This is absolutely massive. Could this actually happen in real life? Yes, it's actually very possible. Depending on how this draft goes, it's very possible we see some scenario like this happen in real life where tight ends really do not go into the pick 26 to pick 30. And then there's a run on tight ends at that time. But if offensive linemen really start going off the board quickly and to a point where we see Antoine Harrison off the board, Darnell Wright off the board, in this draft, I believe Dwan Jones just went, it's very possible that those picks get eaten up by those said players and the tight end market kind of stays on the board. It's no, shocker to anybody that the tight end class this year is actually very good. So some of these tight ends could still be available at pick 25, 26, 27, and 28. Left tackle still on the board is Antoine Harrison, Matthew Bergeron, and Blake Freeman. Obviously, Blake Freeman being a later round pick. Right tackles on the board. At this moment in time, not really anyone good. And again, like I said, this is very possible. There are a couple good right tackles in this draft. Darnell Wright and Dwan Jones. If those said players go early and fast, we might see some of these other players drop, especially because, again, there are a lot of good defensive players in this draft too that could be taken early. Isaiah Frosky, he is more or less based on what I understand, a 3rd round pick, but he could go second if, probably not first, but probably mid-second. So it's possible we see him go sometime in the 2nd round. Cansey is still on the board, and an amazing D-tackle pass rusher here. Kind of more of a project player, but definitely a player who could go somewhere in the 1st round and could go Cincinnati with this pick, which is very possible. Deontay Banks, they could go cornerback with his first 28th overall pick. Brian Branch is still on the board. Another really good candidate to go here. So let's see. Cincinnati Bengals, your pick is in. DeJuan Jones just went to Buffalo. Who are you picking? Halfback Bijan Robinson. Now, again, it's possible. There are rumors of him going at pick 10 to the Philadelphia Eagles, but there's also rumors of him dropping. Running back in the first round is not usually something we really see teams do all that much. Let's be honest. It's a kind of interesting situation where, yes, they could go first round, but most likely they're kind of second, third, fourth round. The idea is you draft a running back and you ride him until his wheels fall off, right? Usually you don't invest a first round capital pick in him. Bijan Robinson is the best running back we have seen since Saquon Barkley. Him and Gibbs are pretty much 1A, 1B here. Now, I'm not sure where Gibbs went in this draft, but it looks like he did go sometime in the first round, probably to the Dallas Cowboys at pick 26. Could I see them going Gibbs over Bijan? No. Is it possible Jerry Jones is so wacky in the head he does it anyway? Yeah, it is very possible. All right, let's see the second round pick and where Cincinnati does go ahead and go. After getting a star running back in Bijan Robinson, they're going to go with left outside linebacker here, Ivan Pace Jr. Actually a Cincinnati native player. So straight from Cincinnati here. So kind of sticking it straight at home. I'm going to see on Pro Football Mock Draft where he's actually ranked and where they have him. Keep in mind, obviously, everyone has their own, technical boards. So, Pro Football Mock Draft isn't, a quote-unquote, the official, oh, this guy, if they say he's going 4th or 5th round, then he should be going 4th or 5th round. No. So, according to them, he is the 118th player off the board, according to Pro Football Focus. Now, that does not mean he cannot go 2nd round. Obviously, again, if Cincinnati likes this guy, they could obviously take him this early. It's not always the case, but Pro Football Focus has some players that they rank 2nd round material, and a lot of people are saying, no, that guy's a 5th, 6th round pick. So, it is just one expert's opinion. Could they take him here? It's possible. I wouldn't personally, but listen, if they feel like they need a left outside linebacker, they feel like they like this guy, he's from Cincinnati, staying home here, it's not the worst overall pick out there. He's 5'10", 231 pounds, so a little bit smaller for what you want to see. But this guy's a 93.3 pass rushing grade and a 90.7 run stuffing grade. He's a monster. He's definitely going to get after the run and the pass, and that's something that Cincinnati needs. We see last season their biggest problem was getting after the quarterback, and that's something that they could tackle here in this position. It's very possible. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here because obviously, there are other picks they could have went in different scenarios. But you know what? If they think he's the best player available, he's the guy that they think would work out best with their system. All right, here we go. Jaren Hall just went from BYU. The 3rd round pick for the Cincinnati Bengals here. And that's going to be D tackle Jaquelin Roy from LSU. Alright, let's see who this guy is because I have not really did my research too much on Roy. Let's see where he is, realistically speaking, in this draft. Alright, so he's actually in the same ballpark range of where they had Ivan Pace. He is going to be around 113. Now, it looks like he is more or less going to be a project type of player. Now, obviously, this guy would be in that kind of fill-in role behind B.J. Hill, where he's not a true, stardom day one type of player, but in loose defense, maybe he's able to truly develop into something special. Or maybe they end up putting him on the edge and he can be an edge guy. Not too crazy of a pick. Again, he is a, quote-unquote, to this, a 3rd round pick according to Pro Football Focus. So actually, that's not too crazy to take him in the 3rd round. Kind of exactly where his value is. Where he wins is his tools. There's really no holes to poke in Roy's game physically. He doesn't possess a single below-average physical trait. He has a plug-and-play NFL body. What's his role? A versatile D tackle. Roy played a lot of nose tackle for LSU this past season. He's unlikely to become a full-time player there in the NFL. What he needs to prove is his urgency. Roy is a reliable, versatile D tackle. There weren't too many high-end plays on his tape, as evidence of his 71.4 overall grade. He's a solid, if not unexciting, defensive tackle prospect who could have been used another year of development. So he's more or less a project in Lou's defense here. They took him in the correct position, the 3rd round here. Not a bad option. Definitely not a guy I would personally go for. But again, listen, if they like this guy, they think this guy could be a decent project in their system, who are we to question that, right? So 4th round pick here. Let's see who they end up taking. Josh Whyle was taken by the Buffalo Bills 1 pick before this pick. Wow. Wow. That is so heartbreaking. Because I feel like Cincy would have taken him here. Left end here they go with out of Pittsburgh instead of going with... I know for a fact they would have taken another Cincinnati native here and went with Josh Whyle. But because he's off the board, you go with a left end here. And to be honest, that is just heartbreaking if you're a Bengals fan there. Just because, again, you see a Josh Whyle I've talked about many times. A lot of people definitely do love this guy. And the guy they go with is actually, I don't know if I would have taken him in this situation. He's ranked 268th off the board. For a 4th round pick, I feel like this is more or less a reach. But again, you know what? I can't speak to that because he is a actually pretty dang good project / pass rusher. He's an edge rusher here. He's a 75.3 run defense grade and a 69.6 pass rushing grade. So maybe he develops in Lou's defense and he gets after the quarterback and they can kind of use him as a rotational guy. 6'4", 251. He's a big guy. He's going to be able to get after the quarterback and make a lot of plays. So again, like I said, Pro Football Focus has him ranked here, but other people might have him up on their draft boards. So it's very possible this guy ends up becoming something special and actually doing something really good here. All right, 5th round is on the board now, and I'm really expecting a tight end sometime soon, but you never know with these drafts. Anything is possible. All right, the 5th round draft pick is in. The Cincinnati Bengals take tight end Cameron Latu. Cameron Latu. Let's see where he is ranked. He is a tight end from Alabama. Oh, this guy is going to be an interesting pick here, guys. So it is a 5th round pick, so you don't expect too much from a guy like this. But he is a 60.6 receiving grade. Not really a run blocking guy. He's more or less a vertical threat tight end. That doesn't mean he can't learn how to get better in, the Bengals offense and under Callahan. But he is 6'4", 242 pounds. So he's a little bit taller there. Has definitely some upside here. Games played, 11 games played last year. He had 30 receptions, 376 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Alabama. 2021 was where he really took off. Played 15 games, had 8 touchdowns, 409 yards. Run blocking grade is a 50. He needs to get that up, and maybe he can in Brian Callahan's offense. It's not 1,000% a bust pick, I would say, but it's a 5th round pick. You got to keep in mind you're probably not going to see yourself getting an absolute star playmaker there. So it is what it is. I don't think it's that horrendous of a pick. All right, now the 6th round pick. Cincinnati, you're on the clock. Right guard, Justin Dedish. Okay, let's see where we have him ranked and what value he gives us for the Cincinnati Bengals here. Is he not even... He might not even be on Pro Football Focus. He might be an undrafted guy. Yeah, he's not on Pro Football Focus. He is a real player, but he's not on Pro Football Focus. He's a right guard / center. So let's learn more about this guy because he is now your brand new Cincinnati Bengals player. All right, so let me go ahead and take this down and Let me move this down here so I can make this all one screen. So here is your brand new Cincinnati Bengals center/guard. He can actually play both positions. He's a 91% pass blocking grade, a 78% run blocking grade, 82.8 overall grade. So, to be honest, shouldn't this guy have gone earlier is my question. Because he actually looks pretty dang good. What pick is he projected right now? Because he doesn't look that bad for a 6th round pick. This might have been the biggest stud of the draft here. Maybe I'm just overthinking it here. Does it say what pick they think he's going to be? I don't see any, projection is a 3rd round pick. If they get this guy in the 3rd round and the 6th round, I'll be heavily surprised here. This could be an absolute... This could have been the best star pick of the draft. Okay, well, this guy's a 3rd round pick, according to some experts. And the Cincinnati Bengals took him here in the 6th round. Okay. That's definitely a clapperoni for you guys for that one. And the final pick of the draft, let's see who they take. Fullback, Monte Problema. Yeah, he's a fullback. He's actually a pretty dang good fullback. He's more like just a power back. You have him in there for a short yard situation. He won't make the team. He's a 7th round pick. But let's actually go ahead here and sim the season and see where Cincinnati finishes, how good they do, and also how good these rookies actually play. Because I'm telling you guys, I spent 55 times making this video. The fact this came out perfect, I am so thankful for you guys. Again, like I always say this all the time while simulating, thank you so much, 2 Day Nation. I appreciate you guys. I want to make the best content possible. So again, like I said, we made this video before. It wasn't good enough. Took that video down. Recreated this 55 times. Spent another, from the time I'm in this video right now to the time I posted that video, I spent another 3 hours making this video. So, wanted to make sure this video was perfect. And let's see who was taken here. And at what picks. Oh my god. I don't know. I'm talking nonsense. Let's see the playoffs. Cincinnati went 11-6 and made the playoffs. Ravens actually did better, and that's, of course, I think because they had Lamar Jackson. Alright, let's see who did what for the Bengals. Alright, so obviously, yes, Joe Burrow, 4,600 yards, 31 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Jake Browning even had a touchdown. Let's go, Browning. Backup running back there. Sorry, backup quarterback there. Bijan Robinson, 70 rushes, 266 yards, and 9 touchdowns. He almost did half the value of Joe Mixon without, any rushes. Just the touchdowns. Golly. Alright, Irv Smith, 610 yards, 4 touchdowns, not bad. I'm going to guess that, yeah. So, wow, okay, that's actually not that bad. For a 5th round tight end, he had 82 yards and a touchdown. For a 5th round tight end that you don't expect anything of, that's actually not that bad overall-wise. You don't expect much of anything from him, and he does pretty good. Alright, how good did, Nick Scott? 3 interceptions. Let's go, Nick. Good job, buddy. Proud of you. Alright, how good did our 2nd round draft pick do? The guy from Cincy. Oh, did he? Ivan Pace, 8 solo tackles, 1 tackle for a loss. He had nothing too crazy special. He's a 2nd round pick, but nothing too insanely special. Okay, so overall, pretty, not every single draft pick's gonna hit, right? At the end of the day, but pretty decent. I do want to go ahead and upgrade the players, though, and just take a look at this roster after year 1 of having all these guys. Now, you're going to see I do have Browning a tad bit up there in stats. He's a backup quarterback, but it's in the end of the day, so I do have him a little bit higher than he should be. I have him a 78 overall. He's not that. I just did that because I didn't feel like them taking a quarterback So that's why I have him there. But here's the roster at the end of the day. Not too bad. Obviously, Jonas still back of left tackle at this moment in time. The center guy. Actually, no, wait. Was this Thomas? Who was the who was that guy we just looked at? Forget that guy we just looked at. Hang on. This guy. What was his name? You are Justin. Is Justin Thomas? No. Oh, did he not make the... No, he's right here. He's a 61 overall. Okay, so nothing too crazy special there. Defensively. Obviously, Cheeto's back. That's awesome. Sidney Jones was in there. We didn't pick up Eli Apple. We didn't get him at all. Looks like Ivan Pace is a 72 overall, so nothing too crazy there. So, pretty decent roster. Not bad. Let's see how far they can get in the playoffs, though. I want to see how far they can go, boys. Let's see. So, advance. Come on. Beat the Titans. Madden hates the Bengals. Madden absolutely hates the Bengals. I swear to God, every time I do a Bengals franchise, they always lose the first round in the playoffs. Madden just hates the Bengals. I don't know why. It might be a real life, hatred thing that goes into Madden too. But Madden just absolutely hates the Bengals. Who won the MVP award? More interested in that though. Okay, Burrow got on here, but not as high as we would want to. Obviously, Bijan Robinson didn't get Rookie of the Year because, he didn't really get much play time. He finished 4th in Rookie of the Year. How many receiving yards did he have? Why did he finish? He had 9 rushing touchdowns. For a first-round pick, in all honesty, he had 1 receiving touchdown, 8 receptions, 66 yards. I'll be honest with you. If I'm the Bengals, I'm cutting Joe Mixon here. I'm absolutely cutting Joe Mixon here and going Bijan Robinson as my future. Because that's actually the production level for 70 rushes. That's not that bad for 70 rushes. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.